The meeting is supposed to be in the Quorum courtroom. Man. Justice Johnson, were you contacted, Pat Johnson, were you contacted about your book down at the? how convenient to call this meeting on a holiday. Courthouse is closed. Yeah. One, two, three, four, five, six. Do we have any more justices here? It's 5 almost. Maybe they forgot today was a holiday. County holiday. What time was this supposed to start? What was 5:30? You got your agenda? Mm-hmm. I don't see it. I'm gonna have you call roll.
See how many got.
All I need is that front page. I'm gonna have you call the roll, and it's gonna be it. This is a agenda for a quorum court meeting, Friday, December 22nd. Justice Franklin, do you want to lead us in a word of prayer?
Heavenly Father, we thank you for awakening us this day. We're truly blessed for the upcoming holiday break. We want you to take your time and guide us and give us the patience and the temperament to get through this meeting with patience and general concern for the general well-being of Jefferson County. Please never pray for
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Secretary, would you call the roll?
Adams.
Here.
Agee.
Here.
Byrd. Curl.
Here.
Dumas. Franklin. Getty. Harding.
Here.
Holcomb. Jackson. Patricia Johnson. Reginald Johnson. Margaret Williams.
How many is that, Madam Secretary?
Got 2 absent, so 11.
Okay, thank you, Madam Secretary. Justices, I sent an email out, or a memo out, that this meets more than a quorum, so I did not give consent for this meeting. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Someone. Point of order. If you do decide to entertain a motion to adjourn and it is properly second, per the rules of Robert's Rules Order, or any rules of the meeting or the Arkansas Constitution and the Association of Arkansas Counties Handbook, you must take a vote to adjourn.
I appreciate that, and I disagree with that. I overruled that. So again, the motion has been made to adjourn. Do I have a second? Okay, a motion has been made and properly second. Meeting is adjourned. And ladies and gentlemen, this meeting is adjourned.
Mr. Chair, this is not a committee meeting. Well,
Justice.
Quorum is inappropriate. This is a court meeting.
Okay.
And having a quorum in a quorum court meeting is appropriate, sir.
Your committee as a whole.
No, sir, this is a quorum court meeting, sir. Thank you.
Meeting is adjourned.
This is a quorum court meeting. The agenda says we did quorum court meeting.
What y'all doing?
Oh, I'm sorry. 8-0 vote. It didn't pick up any of that I read earlier, did it? What page is that? 40? 49? 45, I'm sorry. Page 45. So we're reading from the Arkansas County Justice of the Peace 2022 Procedural Manual from the Arkansas Association of Counties. This is the group that governs the 75 counties of Arkansas. On page 45, under adjournment, it says to adjourn a meeting means to close the meeting. A meeting can be adjourned only after a motion to adjourn has been made, seconded, and carried, and the presiding officer, who is the county judge, has formally announced the adjournment. If no member moves to adjourn, the presiding officer may suggest that if there is no further business, some member move to adjourn. The presiding officer cannot, however, adjourn the meeting without a vote unless a quorum ceases to be present. And a quorum for the quorum court is 7. There's 8 members still here, so we're presiding or continuing with the meeting. That was on page 45, section G of the Association of Arkansas Counties Justice of the Peace Handbook Manual. And so what we just did was take a motion to chair the meeting for Justice Carroll, and that motion was properly carried. And so we'll continue on with the quorum court meeting for tonight.
Just a point of information, Justice Franklin. At the time of the action that the judge took, there were 9, 10, 11 members present.
Is your mic on? Make sure your mic.
At the time that the action was taken, there were 11 members present, which is more than a quorum, and the judge used the fact that we were more than a quorum as justification to adjourn the meeting. And if we were meeting with more than a quorum in a meeting, that would be improper. But having more than a quorum at a quorum court meeting is not improper. Thank you for your vote of confidence to chair this meeting. Again, the judge read that this was the agenda of the quorum court meeting. To date is Friday, December 22nd, 2023, Jefferson County Courthouse, courtroom, address 1001 West Barricade Street, Pamela, Arkansas. Time on the agenda is 5:30. It is now 5:52. We will continue with our meeting. We've had the pledge. Do we have any reports from constitutional officers? No. Unfinished business? Can we get a motion to approve the agenda? Second. It's been moved and second to approve the agenda as printed. Is there any discussion? If not, Madam Chairman, would you get us a vote, a call a roll vote on that, if you don't mind?
Adams,
Yes.
A.G. Carroll,
Yes.
Dumas, Franklin,
Yes.
Gaddy, Jackson,
Yes.
Reginald Johnson,
Yes.
Margaret Lee.
Yes.
All right. Comments or questions from the public on the business before us? Customary, I believe the judge allows 3 minutes. Any public comment? All right, thank you. New business. These items are up for their second, third reading.
Items
Third
1
reading.
through 5 are on the third reading.
Items 1 through 5 are on the third reading. Okay. So we will be voting tonight on those items. Madam Clerk, please.
Item 1, an appropriation ordinance to transfer funds from 3508 Organized Crime, LLEBG, to Fund 1,400 County General Sheriff, be it enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Jefferson, State of Arkansas. The county judge is hereby authorized to approve an appropriation in the amount of $21,561.24 from Fund Number 3508 Organized Crime, LLEBG, to Fund 1,400 County General Sheriff. The county treasurer is authorized to approve the transfer of $21,561.24 from Fund 3508 Organized Crime, LLEBG, to 1,400 County General Sheriff. This appropriation ordinance shall be in full force and effect immediately upon its passage and approval.
Okay, you've heard the reading of the item. Is there a motion?
Make a motion, we go ahead and pass this on its third and final reading.
Moved and properly second. Discussion? Any discussion on item 1? Hearing none. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Madam Clerk, will you take a roll call vote on that, please?
Adams,
Yes.
Curl,
Yes.
Dumas, Franklin,
Yes.
Gaddy, Jackson,
Yes.
Reginald Johnson,
Yes.
Margaret Williams.
Item passes. Item 2.
Item 2, an appropriation ordinance to provide an appropriation to Fund 1,000 County General OEM, create Fund 3521, BRIC, Building Resilient Infrastructure Communities, and transfer funds to 3521 BRIC. Be it enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Jefferson, State of Arkansas, the county judge is authorized to provide an appropriation for $13,130 to 3521-500-3114 as detailed in the attachment. The county judge is authorized to approve the distribution outlined in the attachments. The county treasurer is authorized to create Fund 3521 titled Building Resilient Infrastructure in Communities BRIC Grant with the Department Code 500 for OEM. This BRIC grant is funded by the County General Fund and reimbursement after expenditures. Therefore, the county treasurer is authorized to transfer $13,000 from 1,000 County General to 3521 BRIC grant. This appropriation ordinance shall be in full force and effect from and after its passage and approval.
So moved on its third and final reading.
Let's if you wouldn't mind, Justice Franklin, put that in a form of a motion since we are being.
Make a motion, we go ahead and pass this on its third and final reading.
Is there a second? Moved and properly second. Any discussion? Any discussion? Okay. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Opposed, same sign. Aye. Let me get my vote in there. Aye. Okay, for passage. Okay. We get a roll call on that, Madam Clerk?
Adams,
Yes.
Curl,
Yes.
Dumas, Franklin,
Yes.
Gaddy, Jackson,
Yes.
Reginald Johnson,
Yes.
Margaret Williams.
All right. Item passes. Item 3.
Item 3, an ordinance establishing budget development procedures for Jefferson County, be it enacted by the County of Jefferson, State of Arkansas, in keeping with ACA 14-14-904, the Jefferson County Quorum Court will begin its annual budget preparations in the month of October. All proposed budgets of all elected officials, county agencies, and/or departments must be submitted to the county clerk's office by the first Tuesday in the month of October. 2024-5 procedure ordinance. A budget fact sheet must be completed and submitted with each proposed budget when submitted. This sheet will be provided by the county clerk. The county clerk will assemble all received budgets and submit assembled budgets to the Quorum Court. The Quorum Court will assemble to receive and review assembled budgets. Review process will be determined by Quorum Court. Beginning in 2024, elected officials, county agencies, and/or department budgets may reflect up to a 3% increase in their budget proposal. Allowable increases parallel ACA 14-14-1210. The total amount of appropriation for all county purposes for any 1 year shall not exceed 90% of the projected revenues for that same year. ACA 14-20-103, note revenue projections will be provided by the county treasurer. The 90% cap does not apply to state and federal grants or revenue derived from partnerships. When end-of-the-year projections is favorable, Christmas bonuses for county employees will be voted on by the Quorum Court members in the form of an ordinance. Note, consultation with the county judge and treasurer are encouraged. Bonuses will be based on the time of service. Part-time employees will receive 50% of allowable amount per years of service. Where possible, monies for bonuses should be pulled from each department's appropriated funds. Additional funds will be appropriated from county general. Bonuses will be based on the table shown below. This ordinance shall be in full force and effect after its passage and approval.
Motion, please. Is there a motion?
That last, the paragraph that ended with the 90%, can you read that paragraph again? Our budget will be at 90%.
Let's get a motion first, Justice Franklin, and then make that part of your discussion.
Make a motion that we approve this on its third and final reading.
Is there moved in second discussion? Go ahead, Justice Franklin.
That portion of the 90% in the middle, our budget to not exceed 90%.
The total amount of appropriation for all county purposes for any 1 year shall not exceed 90% of the projected revenues for that same year. ACA 14-20-103, note revenue projections will be provided by the county treasurer. The 90% cap does not apply to state and federal grants or revenues derived from partnerships.
Is there need for any edit? Yeah, I'm trying to remember wording the partnerships or directed tax that needs to be added to it. 90% does not apply to those or the word I'm looking for is a restricted tax use. So if it's something restricted, any restricted tax use, where an exclusion, making a change, make a motion to amend it to read any restricted tax use or exclusions provided by Arkansas Code. I didn't hear it. Yeah, you didn't say it. We did that last time.
Yeah, with motion to amend. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it, motion is carried. Madam Clerk.
Who seconded your amended motion?
Jackson. Madam Clerk, when you get that together, would you read the amended paragraph before we And
so read it over with the amended?
just read the amendment. Portion, that paragraph, that entire paragraph.
The 90% cap does not apply to state and federal grants or revenues derived from partnerships or restricted tax use. Is that it? That's
Exclusions provided by Arkansas Code.
Is that what you anticipated your motion was, Justice Franklin?
Yeah, because some of them, when it's a specific tax, then there's an exclusion within Arkansas Code that they can't go beyond 90%. So I just wanted to make sure that was included.
okay. Make sure I have it correct. Restricted tax use or exclusions provided by
Arkansas Code.
Arkansas Code. Okay, I'm gonna read it again.
Motion to accept the amendment to the amendment. Is there a motion?
She wanted to read it.
Oh, you want to read it first? Okay, all right.
The 90% cap does not apply to state and federal grants, revenues derived from partnerships, restricted tax use, or exclusions provided by Arkansas Code.
Is there a motion to accept the amendment?
I make a motion to accept it as written.
Moved in second, discussion. Those in favor of the amendment, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, now we're back to the original motion now to pass item 3. Madam Clerk, would you read the title again before we vote?
An ordinance establishing budget development procedures for Jefferson County.
Make a motion that we move it on its third, pass it on its third and final reading with the amended changes.
Moved in second, discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, Madam Clerk, can we get a roll call vote, please?
Adams.
Yes.
Carroll.
Yes.
Dumas. Franklin.
Yes.
Gaddy. Jackson. Reginald Johnson.
Yes.
Margaret Williams.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Okay. Item 4.
Item 4, an appropriation ordinance to provide a transfer of funds from Fund 3006 Recorder's Costs to Fund 1000 County General and transfer funds within County General. Be it enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Jefferson, State of Arkansas, that the county judge is hereby authorized to approve a transfer of funds in the amount of $4,593.28 from Fund 3006 Recorder's Costs to County General Fund Circuit Clerk. Also transfer 1,000 within 1,000 County General as detailed in the attachments. The county judge is hereby authorized to approve distribution to the appropriation as set forth in Article 1. The county treasurer is hereby authorized to transfer funds in the amount of $4,593.28 from Recorder's Cost Fund to 1,000 County General. That this appropriation ordinance shall be in full force and effect from and after its passage and approval.
Okay. You heard.
So move, make a motion that we pass on the third and final reading. Second.
Moved in second. You pass this on, pass it based upon its final reading. Any discussion? Oh, moved in second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Roll call, please.
Adams.
Yes.
Curl.
Yes.
Dumas. Franklin.
Yes.
Gaddy. Jackson. Reginald Johnson. Margaret Williams.
Yes.
Excuse me. The housekeeping. We are on item 5. I believe it's up for its second reading. Third? Okay.
Item 5, an appropriation ordinance to provide a supplemental appropriation to Fund 1000 County General Elections. Be it enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Jefferson, State of Arkansas, that the county judge is hereby authorized to provide a supplemental appropriation for $150,000 to Fund 1109-3109 as detailed in the attachments. That the county judge is hereby authorized to approve distribution to the appropriation as set forth in Article 1. That this appropriation ordinance shall be in full force and effect from and after its passage and approval.
Is there a motion? Again, I'm gonna ask you to state it for the recording, a full motion.
I move that, for the third and final reading of,
That's item 5.
item number, item 5.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
Moved in second, properly. Discussion?
Mr. Chair.
Yes, sir.
This particular item, because they've been trying to. This particular item, I believe it was turned into the county judge's office in October, and it never made it to an agenda, but it was turned into the clerk's office, and it is on our agenda, but we are at the end of the year. And the election commission does have some employees that have not been paid, as well as at the beginning of the next year, they will be starting off the year in election preparations for, I believe, the March primary election. Just with us passing this is one thing, but at the end of the year, they probably may not get to expense any of the funding. So I will be, during the budgeting item, making a budget adjustment and looking at their budget here. Their actual budget was reduced by $100,000 for 2024. I'll be adding that back because the money that we're appropriating now, there's a good chance they won't even have the opportunity to spend it. So I'll put this $100,000 that's taken out of their budget back in it so they can start the year off and take care of some of the expenses that'll be left from the 2023 year.
Okay. Thank you. With that information, Justice Franklin, we want to go ahead and pass this tonight, though. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Justice Williams.
Well, if someone wanted to go look at their budget for the next year, what number would that be, Justice Franklin?
That would be number 9.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Item 9, and if you flip to the tab, item 9, and go to page 44, top right-hand corner, there's the number there,
44.
44.
Did you say something?
And over at the far right column, about 6 columns down, you'll see minus $100,000 taken out of the line item election expenses for the 2024. So if they're not going to be able to utilize the money we're passing out, which they may be able to do either way, they're starting off with another election in March. I don't see why this $100,000 being taken out of it. It's kind of pointless. So, when we get to that particular point where we're on the second reading of the budget, I'll make a motion to add this back in there.
Any further discussion on item 3? And
They weren't asking for it at first.
Well, they may have turned it in.
Justice Adams.
It looks like it
go ahead, because Justice Jackson been waiting, but go ahead.
Don't put the gavel on.
Go ahead, Justice Jackson. Go ahead.
No, I was asking, they didn't put that in their budget for 24?
It looks like somebody reduced it by $100,000, but I mean, you gotta remember these budgets were turned in towards the end of October. So they probably anticipated getting the money that we're approving now in October or November, but unfortunately, by the time we pass on this third reading, it'll be like the 27th, so they won't have the opportunity to expense any of the funding. So just to be on the safe side, when they start the year off, they're gonna have curtailing expenses from this year and employees that haven't been paid from this year. So we don't want them to start off in the hole. We just go ahead and make their budget whole so they can prepare for the upcoming election.
Did that get you, Justice Adams? Okay, Justice Jackson.
Hey, just to chime in on this, it's not actually part of what we're talking about this, but it's similar. What we gonna do about the invoices from the sheriff office that hadn't been paid and it's going to the new year? He gonna be in the same situation. Because I got an email today from the cop shop, and it's not like the sheriff doesn't have the money in his budget, the judge just refusing to sign the invoices. Opposed to some of the people he haven't come in to talk about we not appropriating, certain things for them to get paid. The sheriff has this money in the budget, but he just refused to sign the invoices. So what do we do? Because he's gonna have to carry these balances, because he's been actually addressing past due bills from 22.
Can I get you, Justice Jackson, to ask that question again at the end of item 7, so we can get some feedback from?
Yes, sir.
Any feedback?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We're still on item 3. I believe that was the discussion. And we're still on item 3? I'm sorry, we're on our third reading of item 5. I'm looking at this big pink 3 I got on the paper here. Okay. We've had our discussion of item 5. Motion has been made, it's been second. All those in favor of item 5 signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Roll call, please.
Adams.
Yes.
Curl.
Yes.
Dumas.
Yes.
Franklin.
Yes.
Gaddy.
Yes.
Jackson.
Yes.
Reginald Johnson. Margaret Williams.
Yes.
Okay. Item passes. Okay. We're down to item 6. This item is up for its second reading, and I would suggest that we might want to delay the reading until we do the adjustment.
No. I think we should still have a reading,
What's the
but
next
no
item?
vote.
Budget.
Yeah, just go ahead and read and I'll make a motion and then, yeah, go ahead and read.
Okay. Madam Clerk?
An appropriation ordinance approving a budget for Jefferson County, Arkansas for the fiscal year January 1, 2024 through December 31st, 2024. Be it enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Jefferson, State of Arkansas, there is hereby appropriated for the 2024 Jefferson County budget the following funds. County Judge, $1,546,64.67. County Clerk, $773, $156.92. Circuit Clerk, $391, $96.80. Treasurer, $225, $922.89. Tax Collector, $528, $981.54. Assessor, $701, $271.99. Quorum Court, $327, $618.13. County Buildings, $594, $157.69. Elections, $114, $70. Child support, $147, $614.50. Utilities, $221, $364. Comprehensive insurance, $562, $952. Reappraisal, $599, $25.68. Health Department, $31,000. Sheriff, $2,572,355 $355.80. Circuit Court First Division, $74,675 $96. Second Division, $24,284 $55. Third Division, $97.50. Fourth Division, $16,145. Fifth Division, $10,810 $55. Sixth Division, $1,089,435 61. Prosecuting Attorney, $545 $154 54. Coroner, $317 $675 53. Constables, $10,000. OEM, $289 $944 81. Museum, $23,000. Veteran Services, $85 $43 26. Cooperative Extension, $86,640. General Fund total, $11,920 $44.12. Miscellaneous funds, Juvenile Justice Center, $2,211 $271 30. Solid Waste Contract, $1,261 $800. Sheriff's Sales and Use Tax, $1,570 $20.56. Rural Protection, $302 $80 98. Adult Jail Medical Fund, $52,294 70. Environmental Enforcement, $87,214 59. Fines and Truancy, $962 $720. Jury fee, $88,500. Solid Waste, $343 $539 60. Adult Jail, $5,231 916 26. District Court, $562 $798 2 cents. FNS funding, $38.45.94. Tri-County Drug Task Force, $60,082.90. Feds and Truancy Grant, $387,817. Tri-County, $97,054.58. Road Department, $5,612,711.22. Treasurer's Automation Fund, $46,950. Collector Automation, $142,691.80. Circuit Court Automation, $12,000. Recorder's Cost, $147,718.74. County Library, $775,000. Boating Safety, $18,228.44. Emergency Vehicle, $28,591.46. Victims of Crime, $71,569.90. Public Defender, $44,250. Drug Court, $20,000. Recycling, $255.88.60. Juvenile Justice Education, $640,973.64. Mecca, $2,422,465.98. Victims of Crime, $220,164.24. Drug Court Accountability, $38.25.52. LLEBG, $127,934.37. Justice Equitable Sharing, Sheriff, $47,973.07. Recycling Resource Recovery, $16,237.79. Opioid Program Category 4, 402, $630.80. Flood Mitigation Grant, $66,437.50. GRIP Grant, $61,312.60. HITDA Fund, $1340. Arkansas Public Safety Commission Grant, $139,757.74. Law Library, $54,054.95. Miscellaneous total funds, $24,602,864.79. Grand total, $36,522,908.91. That the county judge is hereby authorized to approve the 2024 budget as attached hereto and made a part hereto, and for the appropriation of all amounts contained herein from the various county funds and for other purposes described herein. That the county treasurer is hereby directed to transfer funds in the following amounts between the following funds. Number one, $1,379,917.26 from Public Safety Sales Tax Fund 1805 to Juvenile Justice Center Fund 1803. Item 2, $1,397,321.88 from Solid Waste 1812 to the Solid Waste Contract Fund 1804. Item 3, $88,500 from the County General Fund to Jury Fees Fund 1810. Item 4, the county treasurer is further directed to transfer the following amounts fund for the 2024 MECA budget. A, $242,764.78 from County General Fund 1000 to MECA Fund 3403. B, $187,000 from 911 Emergency Fund 3020 to MECA Fund 3403. And C, $895,814 from CMRS Fund 3405 to MECA Fund 3403. And D, $106,042.19 from CMRS Fund 3405 to County General 1000 for reimbursement of the MECA share of OEM salaries. Item 5, $4,089,186.26 from Detention Facilities M&O Reserve Fund 3017 to Adult Jail 1813. Item 6, $503,150.02 from Public Safety Sales Tax Fund 1805 to District Court Fund 1819. The balance of District Court's 2024 budget will come from the District Court Administration of Justice Fund in the amount of $59,648 for a total budget of $562,798.02. Item 7, County Casino Revenue Fund 1802, monthly balance shall be transferred accordingly. 50% to County General 1,000 for operational purposes, and the remaining 50% to Jefferson County Emergency Reserve Fund 1814. Item 8, $35,000 from County Treasurer's Automation Fund 3,000 to County General 1,000. Item 9, $150,039 from Recorder's Cost 3,006 to County General Fund 1,000. Item 10, $35,513.74 from County General Fund 1,000 to Juvenile Justice Center 1803, that this appropriation ordinance shall be in full force and effect beginning January 1, 2024.
Okay. We open up for some discussion on item 6. I believe Justice Franklin, you had something.
I make a motion that we amend the budget under county general elections, line item 1,01093,109, election expenses. The 2024 budget amount is $50,000. I make a motion that we change that to the original $150,000 that was budgeted for in 2023, to amend it to reflect what was in 2023. It's not exact, but yeah, just amend it to 150,000.
What was that line number?
The line number was 1,01093,109 election expenses under County General Election Commission.
Okay.
Be on page 44.
All right.
That does nothing.
Justice Adams.
That does nothing, yeah, 90%.
No. We're still under, we were $500,000 under 90%, so even appropriating this still gives us a $400,000 cushion.
The motion was to,
Based on the figures given to me by the county treasurer.
the motion was to amend the proposed budget by adding $100,000 to elections.
Correct.
Okay? Moved and second that we would amend this proposed budget by adding $100,000 that we anticipate. Well, that's not part of the motion. Yes, that's the motion. Discussion seemed like we've had it.
And as we all know, election expenses, these are reimbursable expenses by the state, so.
Okay, and it does not impact our 90%. I believe we were $500,000 under that initially. Okay, all those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Ayes have it, so we will put that, make that adjustment to the proposed budget. Any additional comments relative to the budget on its second reading? Jackson, you have something?
No, I'm saying third.
On
Third reading.
it's third or second reading?
Second.
Second reading. Okay, I have something if you would allow me.